Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're diving into a topic that's got everyone buzzing, Tesla's electric plane ambitions. Now we all know Tesla loves a good shakeup, and the electric plane world seems ripe for one. But the big question is, can they really pull it off? That's what we're here to unpack. We're
Yeah.
going to look at the tech, the timeline, the whole 9 yards.
Exactly. So let's get down to it. We hear a lot about electric cars, but electric planes. Why is everyone suddenly so focused on that? What's the big deal?
Well, for starters, think about the environmental impact. Aviation, it's a major contributor to global CO2 emissions, and those numbers are only going up.
Right, and there's not really a good eco-friendly alternative, is there?
Not yet, anyway. At least not on a large scale. That's where Tesla's zero-emission promise comes in.
Ah, the Tesla magic touch.
They're not just talking about building a greener plane. They want to revolutionize the entire industry.
That does sound a lot like them.
Exactly. Remember what they did with electric cars? They didn't just create a car. They built an entire ecosystem.
Yeah, the superchargers, the minimalist designs, the whole experience.
It looks like they're applying that same kind of holistic approach to planes.
So they're not just building a better electric plane, they're building a better flying experience.
You got it. And if they succeed, it could be a real game changer for aviation.
A game changer, that's a bold statement.
Yeah.
What makes you so sure?
Well, let's just say the technology they're packing is pretty mind-blowing.
Mind-blowing, huh? All right, so let's talk tech. Everyone's buzzing about this new Tesla battery. It's supposed to be the key to making all of this possible, right?
You're right on the money. Batteries have always been the biggest hurdle for electric planes. Too heavy, not enough juice for long flights. But Tesla seems to have cracked the code. 450 watt-hours per kilogram.
Okay, I gotta be honest. I'm no engineer. What does that actually translate to in the real world?
Think London to Tokyo without refueling. That kind of range, that energy density in a lightweight package.
Whoa, no more layovers. That's a game changer for sure.
It's huge,
Yeah.
but it gets even cooler. We're not just talking about planes flying further, we're talking about them taking off, but differently.
Differently, what, like those flying cars we keep hearing about?
Kinda. Tesla's incorporating vertical takeoff and landing, VTOL, into their designs.
VTOL. Okay, now you're just messing with me. Is that even real?
Oh, it's very real, and it's going to be a game changer, especially for cities.
So no more massive airports miles away from everything.
Exactly. Picture this. You leave your office, hop on a plane a few blocks away, it takes off vertically, and boom, you're landing on top of your hotel in another city.
Hold on, are we talking about planes or helicopters here?
It's more like a hybrid.
Mm-hmm.
But think about what that means for urban mobility.
It's like science fiction. So instead of sprawling airports, we could have smaller, more convenient hubs all over cities.
Precisely. And that opens up a whole new world of possibilities for travel and transportation.
This all sounds amazing, but what about, all those planes taking off and landing in the middle of cities? Wouldn't it be incredibly noisy?
That's a valid concern, but noise pollution is definitely on Tesla's radar. They're not just aiming for electric, they're going for quiet electric.
Quiet electric, even at supersonic speeds.
Especially at supersonic speeds. They're investing a ton in something called quiet supersonic technology.
Quiet supersonic. All right, break it down for me. What is that?
Basically, they're completely redesigning the aircraft to minimize sonic booms. You know, those window rattling booms you hear when a plane breaks the sound barrier?
So they're saying they can make a plane fly faster than sound without making a sound.
Well, not exactly without a sound,
Yeah.
but significantly quieter. It's pretty cutting-edge stuff.
It all sounds a bit, I don't know, far-fetched. I mean, New York to LA in 2 hours. Didn't they say something about that?
It's ambitious, no doubt. But it's Tesla. They love a challenge.
They do love a challenge. Okay, so let's say they pull it off. Electric planes, supersonic speeds, VTOL, they're still going up against giants like Boeing and Airbus, right? Can they really compete with those established players?
Well, it's interesting. Boeing and Airbus, they're definitely dipping their toes in the electric plane market. But you could argue they're playing catch-up.
So Tesla's got the first mover advantage here.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Plus, they're not bogged down by, decades of traditional infrastructure and ways of thinking.
That's true. They built their entire company on disrupting the status quo.
Exactly. They're looking at aviation with a fresh perspective.
And a whole lot of experience with electric powertrains and batteries.
Right. That expertise is going to be invaluable in this new arena.
So it's like what we saw with electric cars all over again. Tesla comes in with a fresh approach and shakes up the whole industry.
It's definitely a possibility. They're not afraid to be bold, and they've got the track record to back it up.
It's exciting to think about.
It is. And it's not just about the planes themselves. It's about the potential to completely transform how we think about travel and transportation.
Yeah, it's a whole new world of possibilities. Decentralized air travel, smaller airports, maybe even cheaper flights.
Potentially. And let's not forget the environmental benefits. We could be looking at a future with significantly less air pollution.
It sounds almost too good to be true.
Well, there are still a lot of hurdles to overcome. We need to consider things like safety regulations, infrastructure development, and of course, public acceptance.
Right, got to get people on board with the idea of electric planes taking off from their rooftops.
Exactly. So while the future is still uncertain, one thing's for sure. Tesla's electric plane ambitions are definitely something to watch closely.
Absolutely. This has been an incredible deep dive into the future of aviation. From battery breakthroughs to supersonic dreams, it seems like the sky's the limit.
Pun intended.
Maybe. But seriously, this technology has the potential to change everything about how we travel.
And it's just the beginning.
Exactly. Who knows what other innovations are just around the corner? Thanks for joining us for this exciting deep dive into the world of Tesla's electric planes. We'll be back next time with another fascinating topic. Until then, keep your eyes on the skies. This all sounds amazing, but what about, all those planes taking off and landing in the middle of cities? Wouldn't it be incredibly noisy?
Yeah, that's a good point. Noise pollution is something that Tesla seems to be very aware of. They're saying they're aiming for not just electric, but quiet electric.
Quiet electric. Even at supersonic speeds. Didn't they mention something about supersonic speeds?
Right. They're putting a lot of resources into something called quiet supersonic technology.
Okay, now that sounds made up. Quiet supersonic. Break that down for us.
So they're basically redesigning the aircraft from the ground up to minimize those sonic booms.
Sonic booms. You mean those crazy loud booms you hear when a plane breaks the sound barrier?
Exactly. They want to get rid of that, or at least make it a lot quieter.
So you're telling me they think they can make a plane fly faster than sound, but without making a sound? Come on.
Well, maybe not totally silent, but significantly quieter than anything we've seen before.
That's some serious next-level engineering. Okay, let's say, for argument's sake, that they actually pull all of this off. Electric planes, supersonic speeds, VTOL, the whole shebang. They're still going up against giants in the industry like Boeing and Airbus, right? How can they compete with those guys?
That's a really good question. I mean, Boeing and Airbus, they're both kind of dipping their toes into the electric plane market for sure, but you can definitely say that they're coming in late to the game.
So Tesla has a head start. Is that what you're saying?
Possibly, yeah. Plus, they're not held back by, the same old ways of doing things, decades of traditional infrastructure and thinking.
That's true. Tesla has always been about shaking things up, right from the start.
Absolutely. They've built their brand on it. They're approaching aviation with totally fresh eyes.
And let's not forget, they have a ton of experience with electric powertrains and batteries from their car business.
Exactly. That experience is going to give them a huge advantage as they move into this new world of electric planes.
So are we going to see a replay of what happened with electric cars? Tesla comes in, shakes everything up, and completely changes the game.
It's definitely within the realm of possibility. They're not afraid to take risks, and they've definitely got the track record to back it up.
It's exciting to think about.
It really is. And, it's not even just about the planes themselves. It's about what this could mean for travel, for transportation, for how we connect with each other. It could be huge.
Totally. Decentralized air travel, smaller airports closer to cities, maybe even cheaper flights.
Maybe. We could be looking at a future with way less air pollution, too. It's a win-win for everyone, potentially.
This all sounds a little too good to be true, to be honest.
Well, there's still a lot of hurdles they'll need to overcome. Safety regulations, new infrastructure, getting people comfortable with the idea of electric planes taking off and landing everywhere.
It's a whole new world. Well, this has been an amazing look into the future of aviation, from battery breakthroughs to supersonic dreams. Tesla is really pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
It's going to be fascinating to see how it all unfolds in the coming years.
Absolutely. We'll have to have you back on the show to talk about it more as things develop.
I'd love that.
All right, everyone, that's it for this deep dive into the world of Tesla's electric plane ambitions. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back next time with another deep dive into a topic that's shaping our future. Until then, keep asking questions, stay curious, and we'll see you on the next one.